Good morning, babies. It's Nancy. I missed y'all. It looks like I might be out of jail. This morning, we're going to get back to the meat of what my content is usually about. It's about assisting narcissistic abuse survivors with their emotional health. Because for whatever the duration, they've been ripping it apart, ripping it to shreds for a long time, probably. So today I wanted to talk about something that it hits close to home for me, because since I was raised in it, plus resided for decades in it as well, it's been a large portion of my life. So certain symptoms it's just a part of who Auntie is now. I just have to manage it. And I call on Raphael and my father to assist me every day. I mean, every day is a challenge. But when you actually do it, you sit in a bubble bath and pat yourself on the back. So what we're going to talk about this morning is how narcissistic survivors need to reject the illusion, and the fear will follow. I see your face. You're like, fear, Auntie? I know I'm not the only one. That is a part of what makes their manipulations work so well for a large group. Like, basically, it's the core of the narcissistic family dynamic. You have, if a narcissist is at the head, they're going to pick their scapegoat, and they're going to pick their invisible person. Because the invisible person, that's a person they can use for anything. Given the right opportunity, they can be vicious too. You never know. It's according to the amount of trauma and the duration. And also, people, we're all different. We react to stimuli in different ways. So that fear that onlookers get from seeing how these individuals are treated, they don't want no parts of it. They will do or say whatever is required so that they don't end up like that. And the way the scapegoat and invisible person can be interchangeable like that, they're like, we're going to stay over here wherever it is that you placed us. But we want no parts. So whatever you tell us to do, we're going to do. Because of fear. And mind you, I know every single one of y'all can say that you remember a time where your toxic person or narcissistic person did something heinous to you. That just, not only did it happen, but you have to see that you don't want, your mind isn't ready to see it. Like, there's no way no. It's got to be something, you can't do it yet, because you still have deep unconditional love for that person, because they're their person, whomever it is, whatever kind of relationship. I mean, your siblings, your parents, your boss, your significant other, I mean, your bestie. I mean, you've got to see who's at the other end of that sword, and it's leading the pack. And that's another thing that invokes fear as well. They're really good at that. It's like a go-to for them. They've got to try to turn everyone against you. Most oftentimes, it just looks like a Laurel Hardy movie, like some kind of slapstick comedy like Charlie Chaplin. But then there are those scared individuals, skilled, where it's something to watch. But for me, it was more watching people go for it. Sometimes you would just be so shocked, like, no way. I mean, when you see who actually gets on board with it. So all these things collectively add to that fear that causes us to alter our behaviors, which helps their manipulation work like that. So a big thing that we have to do as survivors, as soon as possible, as soon as you realize because I know that's what saved me, I just had to accept it. This is what's happening. And then boom, it was like a light switch went on, and I'm just looking like, it was a wasteland of emotional devastation. I mean, it was terrible. You know what I mean? So that illusion needs to be busted down. And I always bring up the YouTube ladies. I'm the confirmation queen. I need proof. Oh, those YouTube ladies laced me up. And that's what Edgy's trying to do for you. You got to accept what you're seeing. It's actually them. Don't help them put their mask back on, because that's basically what we're doing. When we don't want to accept, we still believe the mask is real. So we won't accept what we're seeing some of the time, a lot of the time. So basically, in essence, you're putting their mask back on here, baby. I should have put a trigger warning. Oh my God. All right, babies, I'm gonna let you marinate in that. Don't look funny if Auntie do a number 2. All right, babies, y'all have a good day at work.